There's a prioritization method that works like a filter. You take a list of tasks, run each one through a simple formula, and what you get is a number for every task. Then you just sort that list by those numbers, highest to lowest. No arguments, no, I think this one's more important. Just a list with clear logic behind every position. That's ICE and RICE. Today, we'll break down how these formulas work, what makes them different, and when each one actually helps, and when the numbers can mislead you. When a team tries to decide what to do first, it usually sounds something like this. Someone says, "This feature is critical for the client." Someone else says, "No, this task is more important. We've been pushing it back for 3 sprints." And a third person adds, "Let's fix the technical debt first." And everyone is right and wrong at the same time. Each person is looking at the tasks through their own lens, the client, the team, the architecture. When there's no shared scale, the best argument doesn't win. The loudest voice does, or the highest title. ICE and RICE solve exactly that. They give the team a common scale. Everyone evaluates tasks using the same parameters. ICE is an acronym. 3 letters, 3 parameters. Impact, confidence, ease. You score each task on each parameter from 1 to 10, then multiply the 3 numbers together, and that's your ICE score. Let's use an example. Say you have a task. Add email notifications for users. Impact. How strongly will this affect the outcome? Let's say 8. Users have been asking for it, churn should drop. Confidence. How sure are you about that estimate? 7. There's data from support, but no A/B test. Ease. How simple is it to implement? 6. The integration exists, but templates need to be configured. 8 times 7 times 6. That's 336. That's the ICE score for this task. You do the same for every other task, sort the list highest to lowest, and the top score goes first. RICE is the next level. 4 parameters instead of 3. Reach, impact, confidence. The formula works differently. Reach times impact times confidence divided by effort. It's division, not multiplication, because the more effort a task requires, the lower its priority should be. Let's run the same task through it. Email notifications. Reach. How many users will this affect per month? Let's say 500. This isn't a 1 to 10 score, it's an actual number. Impact. Effect on a single user. Scale of 1 to 3. We'll say 2. Noticeable improvement, but not critical. Confidence. How sure are we in percent? 80%? So we write 0.8. Effort. How many person weeks to build it? 2 weeks. So 500 times 2 times 0.8 divided by 2. That gives us 400. That's the RICE score. The key difference from ICE is reach. ICE doesn't account for how many people will actually feel the impact. RICE does. A task that slightly improves the experience for thousands of users will score higher than a narrow feature for 10 clients, even if that feature has a high impact score. A common question: which method is better? The answer is, it depends. These aren't competitors. They're different tools for different situations. ICE is simpler and faster. 3 parameters, multiply them, done. It works well when you need to prioritize quickly. The tasks have roughly the same audience, and tracking reach separately doesn't add value. Think sprint planning or a retro. Lots of tasks you need to cut through fast. RICE is more complex, but more precise. It's the right choice when tasks vary significantly in reach. One feature goes to all users. Another targets a corporate segment of 20 clients. Without reach, you can't fairly compare those. RICE fixes that. A simple rule: If the audience across tasks is roughly the same, use ICE. If tasks reach very different numbers of people, use RICE. And one more thing. Both methods work better when the whole team scores the tasks, not just one person. That spreads out the subjectivity and makes the final score more honest. ICE and RICE create a feeling of objectivity. Here's the formula, here's the number, here's the list. Looks clean. But there's one problem. A human is still setting those scores, and humans make mistakes. Or they really want their task to win. This is called garbage in, garbage out. If I really want my task to come out on top, I'll give it an impact of 10, confidence of 10, and the score will look amazing. The formula doesn't protect against that automatically. Here are 3 situations that come up most often. First, one person sets all the scores, usually the one who owns the task, and they unconsciously inflate impact and underestimate effort. The fix is simple. The whole team scores. Then you average it out. Second, confidence gets ignored. People automatically put 8 or 9 without thinking. But confidence is exactly the parameter that should pull the score down when you don't have enough data. If you're genuinely unsure, write 3, not 7. Third, scores never get updated. The team prioritized at the start of the quarter, and the list just sits there. But the context has changed. A new client came in, a competitor dropped something, the strategy shifted. Scores need to be recalculated when reality changes. The formula is a tool. It makes the conversation structured, but it doesn't replace common sense. Well, let's wrap up. ICE and RICE aren't magic. They're a structure for the conversation about priorities. Instead of arguing whose argument is stronger, the team scores tasks on the same parameters and gets a list they can actually work with. 3 things to remember. First, ICE is simpler. RICE is more precise. Choose based on how different the tasks are in terms of reach. Second, scores should come from the team, not one person. Otherwise, it's not prioritization, it's lobbying with a spreadsheet. Third, scores go stale. Revisit the list when the context changes, not on a fixed quarterly schedule. If you've already tried ICE or RICE with your team, drop a comment and let me know how it went. Did it actually reduce the arguments, or did the formula just become a formality? See you in the next one.